Hello again. We are back for another lesson for Saxon. Today it is lesson 82. Yesterday we did lesson 81 and it was the VCV pattern with the letter A. And today we're doing that same rules, same thing, but with the letters I and E. Okay, so beginning things first, I want to show you some words and I need you to echo them as we say them. Ready? Let's look at this first one. Fiber. Iber. Minus, minus. This last one right here. Fever, fever. Okay, what do you notice about these words? Yeah, all the vowels are saying that their names. So, for example, fiber, I is saying its name. Minus, the I is saying its name. Fever, the E is saying its name. So if we wanted to code these words, what is the first thing we do with coding these words? What do we look for first? Yeah, we look for any suffixes, digraphs, combinations, anything like that. Final stable syllables. Do we see any of that in here, in any of these words? Let's look at this first word, fiber. Oops, I need a point right here, fiber. Let's look at this word. Do we see any combinations, digraphs, suffixes in this word right here? Yeah, I see combination ER in this word, so we're going to go ahead and code that. Get my marker open. Combination ER. We put it in a boat. Yes. Now, how many vowels do you see in the word fiber? I need like a stand. Nope, that's not going to work. Yeah, I see two vowels. I see the vowel I and I see the vowel E. Now, we're going to go ahead and label our vowels and our consonant and our vowel. Do you remember where we code the vowel syllable division line? Where do we put that line? Yeah, I put that line right there in front of my first V, so I'm going to draw that line right there. Now I can code the vowels. Let's go ahead and code our vowels. What is the first vowel, the I? How would we code that vowel? Yeah, I would put a macron on it. Put a macron, and it's going to be kind of big because I wrote too close to each other. And we're going to put a little accent right there. You can't see it, but I put an accent there because that I is saying the I sound. And then remember, we don't code the E because it's in a combination. Now, let's phonetically sound out this word. Ready? I-b-er. Good. Fiber. Awesome. All right, let's look at this next word. Minus. Do you see any obvious codes or anything like that in the word minus? Yeah, I only see vowels. I don't see any suffixes. I don't see any digraphs or anything like that. So we're just going to go ahead and do our vowel pattern. Now let's go ahead and label our vowels. Awesome. Now, where do we code our syllable division line? Where do we put that in this word? Yeah, behind the I. And I'm going to draw it closer to the end so you can see the codes, okay? Now, how do I code that I? Yeah, I'm going to put a macron on it. So I'm going to code it with a macron and an accent. And the U is making the sound, so I'm going to code it with a, yes, a breve. I'm going to code it with a breve, right? All right. Let's go ahead and look at this last word. Fever. Fever. Do you see any digraphs, combinations, or anything like that in this word? Yeah, I see combination ER. I see combination ER, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in a boat or put an arc under it. Awesome. Now, do you see any vowels? I do. I see two vowels. I see an E and another E. And then here's my consonant because V is a consonant. Now, where would I divide my VCV pattern at? Yeah, I'm going to put it right here behind this E. I'm going to do the same thing. This E is saying E, so I'm going to put a macron and an accent. This E, we don't code because it's in a combination. It's that bossy, bossy R, right? So, are we done coding? Do these words look done? Yes, they do. Let's say them one more time. Fiber, minus, fever. Awesome. So these are some more rules that we're working with. Now, we are going to practice coding some more. This one's not going to be nonsense words. This is just going to be an ongoing practice of the codes that we've been learning. And yesterday I mentioned that we learned the new digraph OW for bow, but I forgot to mention we had learned the new C sound. We learned the soft C sound. And I don't remember if you were here to start that, but it's called a cedilla, like a quesadilla, the soft C. So whenever you see a C, like in the word circle, you code it like this. So the C would be coded with a cedilla, like a quesadilla. Okay. So, and I know when the C is making the C sound because you only code it with a cedilla because it's making the S sound when it has an I, E, or Y behind it. So, for example, in the word circle, there's an I right there after the C. There's an I. So I know I'm going to code it with a S because it has an I. Like, for example, in the word cat, at, the C is not making the S sound. It's making the K sound because there's an A. So we're going to code it with a K back. Okay. We'll talk about more. If you have more questions about that, I can show you more on that. I don't remember if you were here for that, but I just wanted to cover it real quickly just in case you were not. I know you were here for Q and U, so I just wanted to make sure. Let's look at this word. This is going to have some continuous codes on it, and it's also using our new pattern. All right, remember, good readers, sometimes we get to words like this, and we're like, oh, I have no idea what this word is. Let me see if I can try to sound it out phonetically. Now, some readers just go right into it, and they're like, meter. But that's not the word. So you have to make sure you're paying attention to what these letters are doing in the word. So for example, we always look for obvious codes, digraphs, and suffixes first. So if we're looking for this M word, if we're looking at this M word, what do you see in this word? Yeah, I see a combination ER. So I know that this sound is not going to be one sound. It's going to be two letters coming together to make a unique sound. It's not following the typical letter sounds that those letters make. It makes the sound because it's a combination like butter. Okay. Now what else do I see? Yeah, I see our vowel, consonant, vowel pattern. So does that mean that this E is going to say or it's going to say E? Yeah, it's going to say E. So we're going to code it with a macron and an accent, and we're going to go ahead and divide it because it's a two-syllable word. So let's go ahead and sound this word out now phonetically. Ready? Meter. Yeah, meter. Okay, meter. Now let's look at this one. Okay, so in this word, do I see any, not this word, this word, do I see any obvious diagraph suffixes, combinations, or anything like that? Yeah, I see diagraph SH for sh. Ooh, and I see that new diagraph that I talked about yesterday that I was telling you. I see diagraph OW. And I'm going to go ahead and code diagraph OW. What else do you see? Yeah, I see suffix S. And remember, suffix S means more than one thing. Okay, so this means more than one. So we know whatever this word is, there's going to be more than one of them. Okay, and we're going to figure out if this sound is making the Z sound or the S sound, so we know if it's voiced or unvoiced when we phonetically sound out the word. All right, ready? Let's sound it out. Oh, excuse me, I got a yawn. Okay, here we go. Sh. O's. Ooh, that S is making what sound? Yes, the Z sound. Let's go ahead and put a voice line on that because our vocal cords are vibrating. Ready? Sh. O's. Now let's go back to the beginning of the word and read the whole word, both words phonetically. Ready? Eater, meter, O's, shows, meter shows. Meter shows. How fun is that? Meter shows. Let's go ahead and look at one more. Let's not do that one because we haven't learned that letter yet. Let's do this one. This one does not have our new rule in it. We're just going to practice coding with it. Okay, so do you see anything in this word? Obvious codes or anything like that? Yeah, I see combination OR, like in horse. And I see diagraph ch, like in cheese. Now, let's look at this one. We have a C. Let's try to figure out what this C is doing. Is it going to make the k sound or the s sound? Let's see. We have an S. We have a C. And I think it's going to make the k sound. Let's see if we're right. I know the k sound. The C makes the k sound when there's an O, A, U, or consonant behind it. Is any of that happening right here? Yeah, I have an O behind it. So this C is going to make the k sound. It's going to make a K. So I'm going to code it with a K back. Now, let's sound it out together. Ready? Sk, orch, scorch. Scorch, like you scorched your toast. Awesome. Let's go ahead and erase. Now, I'm going to upload your worksheet onto a PowerPoint for you to do at home so you can practice spelling and you can practice coding and answer the reading comprehension questions on the back to go with that passage, okay? So I will put that in there and I will see you next time for the next lesson. Bye.